point? What is this point? What the? That's a podcast?
Welcome everybody back to the What Is This Blank podcast. This week it's a week before Halloween, and we wanted to do a super scary Halloween episode. So one of us had the bright idea to do Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't think it was my idea because that seems like something I wouldn't do, considering how this movie affected me as a youth. A little bit of a backstory as to why I wouldn't want to do this movie. When I was 7 years old, yes, you heard that, 7 fucking years old, my stepfather took me and my sister and one of her friends to go see this in the movie theater. 7 years old. Nightmare on Elm Street. And of course, this is the 80s. So for 80s, material and graphics and all that type of stuff, technically it was, that's what it was like back then. So that's how real stuff seemed in movies. And I think we made it like half hour, 40 minutes into it maybe, and then we went home. I went home crying. And ever since I've been afraid of, I don't watch scary movies. If I do, I'll think about them for weeks. I won't sleep. I'm afraid to be outside in the dark because of this movie.
Show me where on the doll this movie touched you.
It touched me everywhere. All of the no-no places this movie touched me. Well, because, that's what Freddy did. Freddy was a child molester murderer in real life. Before he was in the dream world. So again, we did Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's about this guy, Fred Kreugs, who in this town years ago, I guess raped and murdered children, like 20 of them in one neighborhood. So one thing, fucking people in this neighborhood are fucking like rabbits. Because there was plenty of children for him to kill 20 of them, and yet, however many years later, there's still a neighborhood with a bunch of kids that are going to high school and shit. So you figure that out. And so what happens is, you find out later in the movie that, these group of kids that keep having this dream, and it's the same guy, Freddy Kreugs, green and red sweater. He's got knives for fingertips and burned. And he haunts them in their dreams. And later on, the main character, she's talking to her mom, and now that I watch this, however many years later, 20 something years later, first of all, this movie's not scary at all. It does not hold up. I was more afraid of the mom than I was of Freddy Kreugs. She was freaking weird.
Her lack of nerve endings in her face.
Yeah, and just the way her movements and the way she talked all the time.
Her dead face.
Oh my god! Like, jeez. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather live in the dream world with Freddy than walk around the house with that raging alcoholic. My god. Later in the movie, you see her. She's now all this stuff is going on, so she's stressed out too, even though she's not trying to be killed in her dreams. But she just walks around with a bottle of vodka. She's got one hidden in the towels. And one scene, she goes to the towel closet and just pulls a bottle of vodka. Oh, that's right, I put one there. Glug, 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 glug. So Freddy gets into these people's dreams, but kills them in real life through their dreams, which is weird. And then now that I'm older and watched the movie, I realize a huge plot there's lots of story holes in this movie. I took notes on one of them that I really want to get into, probably towards the meat of this podcast. I don't even. I might have lost my thought right now. Oh, so yeah, so he kills these people. He gets to them in their dreams. He kills them in real life. It's this group of kids, and like it's these kids tell the parents. Well, actually, just the main character told her dad, who's a cop, uh, about what happened, and none of the other kids told their parents. If you guys all would have told your parents at the same time when this weird shit started going on, like when you woke up with your pajamas ripped and your mom's just like, cut your nails. You better cut your nail. It's like you should have told your parents, kids, because that could put a stop to it or something. I don't know. So, but again, this movie, 20 something years later, it does not hold up for me. I was not scared. I watched it with my kids and they were like, this is what scared you? I said, first of all, there's no CGI back then. So, they can't make stuff look scarier by putting computer graphics or anything on it. And plus, I was 7 for crying out loud. So what's y'all's take?
Steven, what'd you think about this? You've never seen it before.
I've never seen it. Well, I was only 1 year old when it came out, so naturally I wasn't going to see any of these movies anytime soon. Not scary, pretty dumb. I can see like as a kid, I could definitely see like some scenes where he might be kind of running, or like there's a scene where she's outside and he's outside and it's just silhouette versus silhouette, and that's kind of creepy. I mean, he's a creepy dude for sure, but like, I don't know, something about dreams and staying awake, and then all the kids, they're like all assholes. So like when each one of them were getting picked off, like I was like, well, that sucks, I guess.
Yeah. Like the kid, screw you with the twirling lawnmower.
That's what he said. I wrote down sweaty Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah. It's like they try to come up with some sort of catchphrase for him to not catchphrase, but like something that people would, a Vinnie Barbarini type of up your nose with a rubber hose.
He said, "I got a heart on with your name written on it."
Yeah. They tried.
And the lead girl, Tina, I know this is dumb, and I notice stupid things. I think we've all caught on to that, but all I could see was her teeth. All she did is talk with her teeth. I could see every tooth in that mouth. Talk.
Yeah, it was. It was like, Yeah.
And I don't like how she figured out the dream world. Like,
too easy.
She just stays up and she's like, "Oh, I know how to operate the dream."
Oh wait,
realm.
you talking about Tina or you talking about Nancy? Tina's the one who got killed first.
Oh, sorry, Nancy.
And then Nancy figures it out.
The main girl. Sorry, the main girl.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's just you don't understand. He's in our dream. We have to. I can catch him in our dreams, and I'm gonna catch him and bring him out, and then you're gonna cold cock him, Johnny Depp.
Can you see all my teeth when I say that?
And how that must have been. Well, I know the budget on it was pretty small. I think, wasn't it?
1.8.
$1.8 million.
$9. Or no, $1984.
Yeah, 1984. Yeah. Because they also couldn't wait for that zit to go away on her forehead, so they must have been in a time crunch.
32 days. 32 days.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, it was passed around all the movie studios, and all the movie studios were like, "Get the fuck it! This is dumb. Get out of here." And then finally, New Line Cinema. This was like their first major motion picture, and Jesus, turns out to be one of the biggest scary movie franchises ever. Still trying to figure out how.
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, I have scarier memories of the movie covers. Like, as a kid, seeing these movie covers, like in the rental places or wherever, like the covers scared the hell out of me. And now that I've seen it, it's like, this movie sucks.
Yeah, it was All the
Dude.
stories, it was just
He was only on screen for Freddy Krueger was only on screen for 7 minutes and only killed 4 people. Like I, in my head, remembered this as like a slaughterhouse movie and all these
Yeah.
people dying and 4 people in the whole movie, and he's only at 7 minutes and has like 2 lines. Like, what are you?
Yeah, that was one thing that I had read about this when we were getting ready to do it, was that that's how a lot of those movies are. Like the actual the murderer that you're scared of is like hardly ever on the screen. I think Jason is also another movie where he's hardly on screen for some of them, but he scares the shit out of you,
Mhm.
and you remember that. It's really weird. And I guess who is it? Was it Wes Craven did this, right?
Yeah.
He studied that the reason why Freddy wears that sweater is because there was a study done that the colors red and green next to each other really bothers the human brain.
Oh.
So that's why he picked that sweater like that, because apparently those colors really bother the shit out of a human brain when they're put together like that. And I'm like, that's weird because Christmas? I mean, hello?
I was gonna say, I was like, oh, because he
Yeah.
was a fan of Christmas, or
Yeah, I don't know, weird.
that is
So
weird.
I kind of wonder if we remember it. Excuse me. If we remember it as being this gory slasher movie because the amount of blood in the 2 murders, in the 2 killings, it is a shit ton of blood.
Blood geyser.
Yeah, yeah. That was done. Fun fact, also, I did way too much research on this goddamn movie. Tina's bedroom and Johnny Depp's bedroom, same set.
Oh,
and it rotated. It was one of the first times one of these rotating rooms was used. So the camera was stationary, but the room rotated. So that's
Yeah.
how they got the geyser look to come out. And another fun fact, when they were filming that scene with the geyser of blood, a stagehand actually got electrocuted
Oh.
because it was too much blood, and it ended up running out of like cracks and crevices onto a bunch of wires and stuff. And this guy was standing there holding lights and just totally fucking electrocuted him. But you know what? They kept rolling because shit, they got a small budget and a short window. Yeah,
Yeah, he straight up liquefied Johnny Depp.
yeah.
Just juice, just Johnny juice. That's all you get.
And then like no body. I mean, that's weird.
Yeah.
So the town gets together and murders Fred Krueger.
yeah.
And in Mom's basement, in the furnace down there, she keeps his knife glove.
Yeah.
Like you kept the evidence. You kept evidence of the guy. What? What are you doing?
Yeah,
Well,
that
I
was
guess
weird.
I
She
guess
liked
her
to
husband at the time was
smoke
the
and
sheriff,
edit.
probably though. So not gonna.
Yeah, she did what? The lawyers got fat and the judge got famous, but along the way, someone forgot to sign the paperwork.
Yep.
Old Fred Kreugs got away.
Right. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna go to one of the biggest
Shoot it. Shoot.
plot fucks of this movie. So after Johnny Depp gets killed, dad cop and all the cops are across the street. She calls her dad on the phone, and she says, "Dad, I need you to be here so you can arrest him when I bring him out of the dream world. So I need you to be here in exactly 20 minutes.
Oh,
Exactly 20 minutes. Do you understand, Dad? Yeah, baby. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, yeah." She's like, "Okay, Daddy. Exactly 20 minutes." Then this bitch proceeds to Home Alone her fucking house.
yeah.
Sets up all these fucking booby traps.
Sledgehammer booby trap.
Yeah. So she says, "Dad, come home in exactly 20 minutes." Then she Home Alones the house. She empties shotgun shells, like 10 of them. She filed a hole in a light bulb, which is not easy to do, and that takes some time. She then installed the sliding like deadbolt lock. That's 20 minutes in itself right there. She then does the whole thing with the sledgehammer that if you see, she can like barely lift it. She's like struggling. Then she puts her alcoholic mother to sleep.
Yeah, story time.
Then she goes into her room. Remember, people, she said exactly 20 minutes, Daddy. Exactly 20 minutes. She then sets her super cool Timex watch that talks to her. She sets it for 10 minutes. So she told Daddy 20 minutes. And then in 10 minutes, if you do the math, she filed a hole in a light bulb. She emptied shotgun shells. She installed the deadbolt lock. She hung up the sledgehammer thing, put her alcoholic mother to sleep in 10 minutes. And then set her watch to timer set for 10 minutes. Like, what
Didn't she put up a tripwire too?
Oh, well, yeah. Then she set
plucked
the
it.
tripwire
She had to
to the
pluck
light
it.
bulb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my. That was one of the 20. You guys, movie people, when you write shit, you got to look at that and go, yeah, this seems legit. She totally set up all this stuff in 10 minutes. And then also, Dad tells the one cop, you see anything funny in my house, you come get me. Well, what do you mean funny? I don't know. Something funny. And then daughter's breaking windows going, Daddy, help! Daddy, help! I have him in here, Daddy. Everything's okay, sweetheart. Everything's okay. And she goes downstairs, breaks another window. Daddy, help me, Daddy, where are you? Maybe I should go tell the lieutenant. Yeah, you think? You think maybe you should go tell him? Oh, God, but that part of that, I just sat there and thought about. I'm like, you wrote exactly 20 minutes. Daddy, come over in exactly 20 minutes. And then you gave her all these projects to do in 10 minutes. And then she fell asleep. She was able to then lay down, fall asleep, get into REM sleep, and start dreaming in 10 minutes. And then her watch, while she's in her dream, goes, only 10 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Her 1984 watch.
Yeah, you guys had a hard time believing the car and Gleaming the Cube talked.
I still call
technology-
shenanigans on that.
I'm telling you, my mom had that car.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And then my kids are stupid. She sets Freddy Krueger. So Freddy Krueger ends up coming out of her dream, and chases him throughout the house. And that scene where he opens the door and then gets hit in the stomach with the sledgehammer, just like. Then he runs after her. They go downstairs. This is when the light bulb full of gunpowder happens, because he steps across the tripwire. Or I think she pulls it. Doesn't she pull the tripwire?
I don't remember.
So then that happens. That explodes. Then of course, I mean, the thing you do when you're running away from a murder guy that came out of your dreams is go to the basement, the scariest, darkest room in your house. Where we find out, of course, that Freddy's afraid of fire because he's like, no! Might have even said fire. No fire, no! Go to bed, baby! Go to bed, baby! Then she sets him on fire. And, which, I mean, you're just a teenage girl. You got some fucking balls. You got some balls to get into this type of altercation with a murderer.
Well, shit, Nancy hadn't slept in 5 days. Nancy's pissed, man. Like
7 days.
7 days. But the record is 11.
The record's 11, so don't worry. Don't worry, Johnny Depp. The record is 11.
What did she call it when he fell asleep? He was like, you shit. You had one job.
That was also stupid how she was sleeping in her dream the first time she told him to watch her. And then she's walking down the street and she's like, I can't remember his name now. But like, Johnny Depp, are you still there?
Glenn.
Glenn, are you still there? It's like, bitch, you're sleeping. And he's awake. But he still pops out from behind a tree. Yeah? So what? What about it? Yeah, I'm here. What? Like, fucking it. This is 80s fucking acting and writing in these goddamn movies. I'll tell you what. I also read that scene where Freddy Krueger's on fire, from the point he gets caught on fire, was all filmed in one take, where he ran to her, ran up the stairs, rolled back down the stairs, and then started walking back up the stairs. All one take. That guy was on fire for that long.
Holy cow.
Oh, but back to my stupid kids. The guy that's on fire. You and I are smart enough. We know that that's a guy wearing a fire suit. So he's got a ton of protective material on. One of my kids goes, how come he's so much fatter now? That was. I was like, what? Oh yeah, like he got that fat that fast. Why is he fat? I'm like, Jesus.
Why they CG the extra weight on him? It's dumb.
That is Avatar? What is that? I don't know. Yeah, this movie does not hold up. I bet there's some, real hardcore scary movie type of people that are, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like how Star Wars people are all crazy about the Star Wars.
Like fanatical.
Yeah, there you go. Fanatical scary movie type of people.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll piss people off with this one just because we're dumping on it. This thing, like I said, this thing's dumb.
It's 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, though.
What?
I mean, if for a cult value, maybe, right? But like you guys said, when I watched it didn't hold up. I was like, oh, this is way dumber than I ever. I was expecting a way better movie.
Well, this was really like, I mean, I think Friday the 13th had come out shortly before that. Maybe just a couple years or so. I'm not 100% sure on that. And then Halloween. But I mean, there wasn't really a lot of those type of movies that were mainstream, big movie theater type. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had Friday the 13th, you had Halloween, Hellraiser, but I haven't really seen that. But that's, again, it's like when I think back, I can remember Jason, I can remember Freddy, I can remember Hellraiser. What's his name? Pinhead.
Yeah. Oh, Chucky! Don't forget Chucky. I remember Chucky.
Chucky. Was that more 90s though?
I guess it might have been.
That was scarier because he was a midget.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, that's what made Leprechaun scary. I'm a leprechaun. Ooh, the way to beat him is just to throw shoes at him so he cleans them. I don't know if anybody's seen that movie, but that fucking movie. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. Hey, my Lucky Charms. And they just start throwing shoes at him. It's like, oh god, I gotta clean the shoe. I gotta clean the shoe. I gotta clean the shoe. Stupid. And then in the Friday the 13th movie, Jason never runs, but he's always right behind the people that he's chasing. Never understood that about these movies, how the people that are getting killed can just run as fast as they can away, and the scary guy just walks, but he's always right there.
Well, at least this one, it's a dream, so you could physics don't matter.
Yeah.
Well, and one of the scariest things that I remember from this movie, which is why I'm like afraid of walking outside in the dark, is the arm thing.
The accordion arms.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I remember that being scary. I just looked at that this morning and went, "That's fucking stupid. That doesn't even look good." It's like, what the hell? Weird. And I guess the phone thing where I'm your boyfriend now, and the tongue comes out and tongues their teeth, you know? Apparently, whoever made that movie, I guess it would have been Wes Craven still, or if it was the director. But that was like a mouth thing somewhere that he found at like a Spencer gift for $5. And then just put it on that phone. So like that whole prop cost $5. That's the budget we're working with, people. $5.
That's how you get Johnny Depp in your movie.
Well, these were all unknowns at that time, you know. I think this was Johnny Depp's first like real movie.
I think
it was-
Deadface Mom was in other stuff.
Deadface Mom? Well, does she play alcoholic mother in every movie? Hey,
Mom.
we need an alcoholic mother for this movie. Let's call Claire.
Her mouth on her face. You have to on her face. Her mouth and eyes are the only thing that move. Everything else is 100% stationary and the same, no matter what you say. Let me type out Fred Kreugs. Did you guys see, I read that Fred Kreugs, the name, was named after Wes Craven's childhood bully.
Yes.
So like, and then he becomes the biggest monster ever. And at some point, fucking good old Fred Kreugs is at a movie theater. Like, oh come on! I mean, I might have been a bully, but Jesus, like,
I didn't rape and murder kids for crying out loud. Give me a break, bro. I pantsed you. That's it.
Yeah, I fucking pushed you twice, you jackass. Now I'm the biggest fucking monster.
I threw your chalky milk on the ground. Get over it.
Chalky milk.
Yeah.
So the ending I thought was like I got really mad at the ending because I thought like what she demanded was coming true as far as I want everything back.
Yep.
And then her mom's acting all super weird, like I believe in any, or what did she say?
Where's this hug coming from?
Or I think anything is possible in dreams or something. And then like all the kids are alive, but then the car's got stripes on it. It's got the Christmas colors that bother people so much, and
Yep.
it was stupid.
Yeah. And then those, you know, the one thing that will always be kind of creepy though is those fucking little girls.
Oh, jump rope.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock the door. That's scary. Like I'm more afraid of the mom and those little jump roping girls in this movie than I am of Freddy Krueger.
The mom is murdered like 25% of the same people that Freddy did. I mean, she lit some dude on fire in a fucking boiler room.
That's true.
That's harsh.
Yep.
It's
She's a
true.
murderer.
And then I got his glove. Like, why? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Maybe mom's the one who really killed people, and she pinned it on Freddy. That's why she's so cold, dead in the face.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I did laugh at the end when she got sucked through the window. Like that part made me laugh.
Yeah.
Anything with like dummies getting thrown off buildings or getting smashed. Like if it's a dummy and it's clearly a dummy, I laugh.
Like a mannequin getting yanked through a hole. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I lost it right there. But again, I shouldn't have laughed at that part. That wasn't supposed to be comedic relief, but that's what I got out of it.
Well,
I do like when Sweaty Dice Clay and get done having sex, and she says, "Jungle Man fix Jade." Like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Oh, gross.
What?
At first I was like, this guy sucks. Then she said that. I'm like, gosh, she sucks more.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Geez, we already talked about how crazy mom was. Maybe mom and Fred Krueger actually killed all these kids together. And
she brings up the kids.
Yeah, and this is actually a Final Destination type of movie.
Oh.
You know, Freddy never got to kill these other 4 kids in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
So he had to come back and Final Destination this shit.
And their parents are split. Maybe her dad found out. Maybe her dad walked in on the two of them and was like, I'm out of here.
Maybe she's Fred Krueger and she had a sex change and went to hiding.
That's got to be it.
That's why she has to go in.
Well, then you don't mean she, you mean them.
I mean,
She goes by the them,
I'm
they,
as Finkel as
thou
Einhorn
pronouns.
is Finkel.
Well, anything else? No, yeah.
There's not much to say. I thought this would be an episode where we have a ton of things, but it just sucked.
I'm going to rate this movie now. And if I'm thinking of it as an 80s type of scary movie, and the point was to scare the living crap out of me, well, then it's wait, is it the more buttholes the better or the less?
You gave Pitch Perfect 0. So it's higher the worst.
Okay, higher
lower
the okay.
better.
I get confused about buttholes. I'm not sure how buttholes work. It's a middle of the road butthole, you know? It's an average middle of the road butthole of like, you know, 3 or 4. Because I mean, if I'm thinking of it in an 80s slasher, you know, it's not type of slasher, but it's kind of categorized as one of those. I mean, technically he does slash, but like, you know, 3 or 4. But if I'm watching it now and that movie's made today, that's shit. That is like 1,000 buttholes. That's 1,000. That's 1,000 burned buttholes. Freddy Krueger burned skin away from my anus buttholes.
I'm giving this 1 butthole for every minute Freddy Krueger's on screen. So I'm giving it 7 buttholes.
All right, Steven?
I'm going to give it 8 buttholes because there's been other stuff in the 80s that was like legit scary and hold up to this day. So I'm not going to be as generous. I won't max it out at 1,000,000 buttholes or whatever the max was, but because like I said, I remember seeing like those all over the movie, like the old blockbusters and stuff, and even as a kid, like you scare yourself. You see it, so there's some power behind the franchise and the character, but rough. I'm gonna give it 8 burned buttholes.
I think that's why I kind of have it lower, is because out of iconic slasher movie villains, he's top 3.
Oh, for sure.
He's top 3.
Yeah.
I mean, they made 8 or 9 of these goddamn things, and by the end, he becomes more like Jim Carrey in The Mask. He's just monologuing for 45 minutes of the movie. You know, it's just ridiculous. It's slapstick, like Bugs Bunny shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of punny jokes and stuff like that. Yeah. Like I saw a video clip of Freddy versus Jason, or Freddy fucks Jason, or whatever it is. There was just like a couple of jokes, you know, and I'm like, what the fuck? What'd you guys do to it? I don't understand. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Robert Englund, that was Freddy Krueger, right?
Yep.
Not the original choice of Freddy Krueger. Changed at the last minute.
Yeah.
It was some British actor, I believe.
Can you imagine? I was like, "Oi, what do we have here?"
Come here, you
fucking rat!
Come here, you silly little twat!
Oi, prick!
Oi! Oi! Captain Jack Sparrow! He's like, I don't even know who that is. What are you calling me that for?
Hey, mate, you better bugger off before I stab you with my nails.
I'll give you a right frickin'. Wait, I think that's Australian, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
don't care. Whatever. All right, everybody. So, thanks for tuning into this episode. Again, don't forget to reach out on our socials. We've got the Instagram, What Is This Blank? We've got Twitter, What Is This Blank? Of course, you can find us on your favorite podcast listening site. The main one where you can get a link to all the different ones is at anchor.fm/What Is This Blank? The email, What Is This Blank at What Is This Blank podcast at gmail.com. So hit us up. Tell us what you want to see. So thanks for tuning in. All right, everybody. Bye.